Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today I've brought you guys a new easy crochet beret. So I actually made two of them. This one is for me, for myself, but you can't really see the black color in the video. So I'm gonna be using this light color, a more easy to see color to show you how to make your own beret. Even though the yellow one is supposed to be a demo version, it still looks pretty cute. I noticed most berets on YouTube go like starting from the center of the beret, and then it's a very flat increase and then a very flat decrease. So it's something like this. Like this. But that's not what I want to do. I want it to be a relatively flat top, and then I want this part to be steep, so when you wear it, you would have more space to adjust your beret. So we're gonna start from the brim of the beret, from here, around here, and then we work our way up. This is especially good for some people who tend to get their head size wrong, because if they start from the top of the hat, when they get to here, it turned out this brim is too small for their head and their head's gonna explode. So for this one, we're gonna start from the bottom and work our way up. So it's very hard for you to get it wrong. So as you can see, they look a little bit different. This one has 6 prominent lines, and this one has 8. This one is deeper and this one shallower, but the head size is the same. So I'm also going to explain how that works. So for this one, I used Spot Saver, black color. Recommended hook size is 5mm, and that's what I used. This one I used Smart Craft. It also recommends a 5mm crochet hook, but I feel the yarn is not that thick, so I used a 4mm crochet hook. So because the head size is the same, both my head, so when I use a thinner yarn, I have more lines here. When I use a thicker yarn, it will have fewer lines. Their depth is also different from each other. In the video, I will specifically tell you what I did with both of them, but basically I just worked more rows in this section. So if you work more rows, your beret is also going to be bigger. So I'm going to be using a 4mm crochet hook. I'm going to start with a slip knot. Then I'm going to chain up 88, and the length of the chain is my head measurement. Okay, I've chained 88, and this chain now measures about 20 inches. If you're using a different yarn and you have to chain more or less to reach your head measurement, you don't necessarily have to chain 88, but just make sure your chain number is a multiple of 11. So it could be 77, 88, 99, and so on. Once you're done with that, we're going to connect the end back to the first chain. Make sure it doesn't twist. Insert your hook in the first chain. Make a slip stitch. Now we are sitting on top of the first chain. So our first row is going to be a double crochet row. So normally you would chain 2, but I do it differently. I first chain 1 to secure, and then I'm going to insert my hook in the same stitch, the first stitch, pull up a loop and make a single crochet. And then I have 2 vertical loops here. I'm going to insert my hook in the left loop, yarn over and pull through the first loop. Then I'm going to yarn over again, pull through 2 loops. So that's how I make my first double crochet. You don't have to do this, you can just chain 2. Then from the next stitch, I'm going to do the normal double crochet. So I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook in the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. In the next stitch, 1 more double crochet, next stitch, double crochet again. So I'm just gonna keep doing this. Put 1 double crochet in each chain for the entire row. So go ahead and finish this round. I'll see you at the end of it. So this is number 88. And then I'm going to make a slip stitch in the first stitch. So that completes round 1. To start the next round, I'm going to make my first double crochet in the first stitch. So I've covered this before. Normally you can chain 2 here, but I don't like that, so I just chain 1 first, and then I'm gonna make my first double crochet in the first stitch like this. And then I'm gonna make 1 double crochet in the next 9 stitches. So now we have 10 double crochets. After 10 double crochets, I'm gonna make an increase in the very next stitch. So for this pattern, an increase means 1 double crochet and 1 front post double crochet in the same stitch. So an increase in this stitch, I'm gonna first make a double crochet, and then I'm gonna make a front post double crochet in the same stitch. So to make a front post double crochet, I'm gonna yarn over, insert my hook around the stitch of the last round, pull yarn through, and then just finish this stitch like you would a normal double crochet. So that's actually the whole pattern for round 2. We're just gonna repeat this little section again and again. So that means I'm gonna put 1 double crochet in the next 10 stitches. So that's 10. And then 1 increase in the very next stitch. So that means 1 double crochet and a front post double crochet in the same stitch. So you're going to continue doing this and finish this round. My last stitch should be an increase. Make a slip stitch in the first stitch. Start round 3. Make my first double crochet. The next few rounds are going to be super easy. So what we're going to do is work 1 double crochet in each normal double crochet, and then whenever we see a front post double crochet, work an increase. I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to work 1 double crochet in each stitch all the way to here. So that's the good thing about this pattern. For the most part of the hat, you don't even need to count the stitches, which I know a lot of you find tedious. So my next stitch is a front post stitch. So whenever I see this, I'm gonna first work a normal double crochet, and then I'm gonna work a front post double crochet in the front post double crochet. So that is all you need to do, not just for the current round, but for the next few rounds as well. So when I finish this round, I'm gonna join back to the first stitch and then make my first double crochet, and then I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna put 1 double crochet in each stitch and put an increase in the front post double crochet. So that is a normal double crochet and a front post double crochet in the same stitch. So I'm going to keep increasing like this. For the real size, I worked 11 increased rows. This is going to be the widest part of the beret. I'm going to lay it flat and measure it like this. And for the demonstration version, I worked 7 rows. Make sure you do an odd number of rows. Otherwise, when you get here, you will not be able to do exactly what I do in this video. So I'm going to stop increasing here. From the next round, we're going to start decreasing. For the very next round, we're going to do back loop double crochets. So I'm still going to make my first double crochet, but I'm going to insert my hook in the back loop of the first stitch and make my first double crochet. Next stitch double crochet, but insert your hook in the back loop only. Back loop only double crochet. And then when you have 2 normal double crochets left before the front post double crochet, we are going to make a decrease. For this pattern, a decrease means double crochet 3 together. So that means we're going to work these 3 stitches together. So I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook in the back loop of the next stitch. So still the back loop, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 once, and then yarn over, go straight in the next stitch, back loop, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. And then the third stitch is a front post stitch. So in the front post stitch, we're still going to work a front post double crochet, yarn over, go around the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, with 4 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through all. So that is the pattern for this round. So 1 double crochet in each stitch, back loop, and then work these 3 stitches together. So I'm going to finish these ones and then show you again how to make a decrease. Okay, so you're going to yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. It's actually very easy, just remember not to do the very last yarn over, pull through 2. So don't do that. Yarn over, go straight in the next stitch, and do that again. Yarn over, pull through 2 once, leave those stitches, and then do the 3rd stitch, which is a front post stitch. Yarn over, pull through 2. And then once you have all 3 stitches, you can yarn over and pull through all of them. Okay, so keep doing this and finish this round. Now I'm finishing my last decrease. And then connect it back to the first stitch. So from the next round, we're going to keep decreasing like this. The only difference is we're going to insert our hook under both loops. So I'll make my first double crochet. And put 1 double crochet in each stitch under both loops. And again, when I have 2 normal double crochets and a front post double crochet, I'm going to make a decrease by working these 3 stitches together. Yarn over. Now insert your hook under both loops this time, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, next stitch under both loops, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 again, yarn over, and the next stitch, front post double crochet, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through all. And then repeat this again. 1 double crochet in each stitch, all under both loops, and then make a decrease in the last 3 stitches of this section. So when you finish this round, you're going to make a slip stitch in the first stitch, and then do the same thing again. 1 double crochet in each stitch under both loops, and then a decrease in these 3 stitches. So I'm going to keep repeating this round, and I'll come back and show you where I am. So this is where I am. I have 2 normal double crochets followed by a decrease. And for the next round, I'm just gonna keep making a decrease in every 3 stitches. But because my first stitch is a little bit different, so I'm gonna show you how to do that. So I'm gonna make my first single crochet, and then insert my hook in the left loop and pull up a loop. And then I can do the next stitch. Yarn over, pull through 2, and then the next stitch. Yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over, pull through all of them. And then the next decrease is going to be the same as what we did before. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this round. And then I'm going to connect it back to the first stitch. After that, we're just going to do one more round. For this round, I'm going to start with a chain 1, and then in the next front post double crochet, make a front post double crochet. The next front post, make a front post double crochet. Next one, front post double crochet. So continue doing that. So that's the first front post double crochet we just made. That is the last one. I should have 8 of them in total. Then make a slip stitch in the first stitch. Fasten off. Leave a long tail so you can close off the top. So to do that, I'm just gonna turn the hat inside out. And I'm just gonna go in each stitch, in and out like this. And then I'm gonna pull this end tight to close it off. Weave this end in. Then the top is done. Okay, so the next part is the brim, which is even easier. So make a slip knot and attach your yarn. I'm going to attach it to this front post double crochet. Chain 1. In the same stitch, make a single crochet. I'm just going to insert it under like both loops for this round only, because this one is a little bit different. So I'm just going to do the first round of the single crochet normally. Yarn over, pull up a loop, and then yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so the next stitch, 1 single crochet again, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. So continue making double crochets all around. Finish the last single crochet. Make a slip stitch in the first single crochet. Chain 1 to start the next round. So from the next round, we can start inserting our hook in the back loop only and make a single crochet. So when you finish this round, which is round 2, make a slip stitch in the first stitch and then chain 1, start the next round. So keep making single crochets until the brim is about 1 inch wide. So for the yellow beret, I did 5 rounds, but for the black one, I only had to do 3 rounds because the yarn is thicker. So after 5 rounds of single crochets, just make a slip stitch in the first stitch, fasten off, weave in all the ends, and then you're done.